Managerial Accounting, Cost, Volume, Profit Analysis, Part 2. Now, once again, we're back at our contribution margin income statement, and someone asked the question, what if sales increase by, instead of unit change, by a certain dollar amount? What's the quickest way of answering that question? So let's look at some specifics, and remember that our price per unit was 20, variable cost 5, contribution margin 15, and that 15 was also 75% of sales. So let's look at the specific question. What if sales increase by $600? How much will profit increase as a result of that change? Now, remember, to get break-even point in sales dollars, we used the contribution margin ratio. So the quickest way to answer this question when our change in sales is based on dollars is to use the contribution margin ratio. So once again, we'll take the change in sales, in this case $600 in sales dollars, and we'll multiply that times the contribution margin ratio of 75%. And 600 times 75% is going to give us an increase of $450. And just like we did with the unit sales volume increase, we can compare this to our current situation, which is a $125 loss, and answer the question, not only how much will profit increase, it'll increase by $450, but after the increase, the new net income will be $450 minus the $125 net loss we're currently incurring, so we would have a net income of $325 if we were able to increase sales by $600 and everything else remained the same. Now, there are a variety of other changes we can use to estimate what if something happens. We can change variable cost per unit, but remember, if variable cost per unit changes, then so does contribution margin. So keep that in mind. Consider all changes before you attempt to answer the question. We can also say, well, what if fixed costs are decreased? Instead of $500, if fixed costs are decreased down to $300, how will that impact profit? And we would approach it in the same way. If it's asked, how many additional units do we need to sell, or that sort of thing, then we use the contribution margin per unit. If it asks for sales dollar increase, then we use contribution margin ratio.